My name is Regina Lee. I'm from South Korea and I'm Bekazela. I think I was just a normal person with a fairly secure, stable job, probably not sticking out much in the crowd. I worked as an actuary. Many people don't know what it is, but it's a very typical corporate number crunching, hiding behind the screen, 9 to 5. And then I started asking myself the real question, what do I want? What sparks joy? What makes me feel alive? And yeah, that took me to backpacking around the world for a year, solo. And that also took me here, circumnavigating on Clipper Race. I want to put myself in an environment that I am so unfamiliar that I can find the unfamiliar parts of me now to discover myself. I came here because I knew I wouldn't know what to expect. And that's exactly how it's been. Physical challenge, mental challenge, also social challenge. It's at the level that I have never experienced before. I guess I have always kind of been the kind of person who want to push my limits, my boundary to see how far I can go. But definitely the Clipper Race is not a gentle one. Sometimes you can push by inches. This one is definitely pushing, a few meters at a time. It was tough. Some of the conditions were something I've never imagined. Wind was up to 45, 50 knots. I was also helming a lot in such condition I never thought I would. Now I look back, it's like, how did I do that? But when I was in helm, it felt normal somehow. It felt natural. You're responsible for, not just racing well, but everyone's safety. And that kind of huge responsibility kind of toughens you, and just the focus really eliminates all the noises in the background. The wheel and wave and the boat, and yeah, it's just amazing. Like in a highly concentrated zone where I felt so alive. The lows are not really sea states, conditions. I think lows probably was created by my attitude towards what was happening. One of the evening watch, we had a very lucky clear sky. Not much was going on, so our watch was just sitting on deck, stargazing. We're just talking about like stars and universe and stuff. And I mentioned something I learned some time ago, that we studied far more about universe than the core of the earth, the depth. And I was like, oh yeah, right. And suddenly it just clicked in my mind. It's like, oh, doesn't it sound a bit like us as individuals, that most of the time we're so externally focused. We study our surroundings, we study people, we rarely take time to study ourselves and within. That's only possible when you're in a certain environment. I felt very often, although I was living in a very crammed, restricted, limited space with 19 other people on the boat, but I could find that space to dive deep, to study myself, my inner self. And that goes hand in hand with basically observing my attitude towards what's happening. You know what I really loved? I was at the helm, one of the broaching. That was my first one. I was trying to bear away, and like the wheels already turned all the way. I couldn't hold it anymore. I was like, I don't know what to do. And skipper David came out and said, let go. I was like, what? Like, let go. And I was like, how do I let go? It's gonna go worse. And like, no, let go. And I just lift my hand and the wheel turned to the center. I mean, we are still in the broaching situation. And I just felt this weird sensation where I was trying so hard to fix things, get things right, really holding on to it, and the moment I kind of let it happen, let it flow, and things start getting better. That feeling when you're in a difficult situation and you feel like there's no escape, you need to figure out how to get by. Yeah, I think this is gonna help me so much whenever I feel stuck in my life. First lesson was let go, hands off, and observe for a while. And then when you can do something, hands back on.